Hello there, YouTubers. This is CD Mangaka giving you guys another Silver Elo League of Legends gameplay. I am Jarvan Jungle, and this game is actually really interesting and fun. I'm duo queuing with the Singe on my team. Stash Braz areas. Hey, watching my blue. I decided to start red because I see that the enemy Lee Sin jungle picked up Ignite, so that tells me that he either wants early kills or he wants to be aggressive and counter jungle me. Lee Sin versus Jarvan in the jungle. Lee Sin's gonna win. That's just how the matchup goes. So, meanwhile, we have a Cassin in mid, and Cassin is my anchor. There's a YouTuber out there, Stonewall, who talks about as a jungler picking your anchor to play with. And basically what you do is that you make it your goal to get in as fed as you can. But the enemy team is already looking to counter him, because look who his lane opponent is. Jax. The enemy team picked Brandon and Jax, and my side picked Cassidon. And with that, they decided to do a lane swap in order to counter. Unfortunately, Jax goes level 2. We do get his flash by trading Cassidon's Ignite. So my early level 2 gank idea went kind of flat once they swapped lanes, and once Cassidon didn't get the early level 2 advantage. So, sad day. Meanwhile, my top lane is getting harassed by the Singe, and I have to camp mid. There's Lee Sin comes after me, get a little poke at him. So Lee Sin has just walked into my jungle. He saw that I camped mid, so he's probably checking to see if my blue wasn't farmed yet. So with that, I go right back to farming Wraith. He comes in, I Q to my flag to dodge his Q, and I walk away with my big Wraith. So he's really aggressive. He wants to kill me. He wants to counter jungle me. He's trying so hard to do it. He even started with a Dorn's Blade start. However, the problem is he's going to be looking for so much of these kills that he's actually not going to get. He's falling behind in farm. I already have twice his farm. He went down gank bottom lane, not helping him. I go top. Singe and I get some harass, but Brand had Singe so low already that wasn't going to happen. Meanwhile, Cassidon goes top, because our top laner and our mid laner were really active about, hey, let's go ahead and swap lanes. But now they send Brand mid to fight with the Singe, so they are avoiding the Brand Cassidon lineup. Meanwhile, my bottom lane died. ADC died. She went for a cherry pick kill. Actually dove a little too deep, so that's the only reason why that happened there. So this game, my goal really isn't really to kind of help out Singed. I don't want Singe is not going to be carrying this game. Singe will do Singe things. Singe will be absolutely fine. My goal is to get Cassidon fed. Get him fed as fast as I can, because he will anchor this team. Bot lane is pushing lane, which tells me that they have an advantage. And also, the enemy support pick basically tells me I don't have to worry about bot lane. Anyways, gank goes bad because Brand kills Singe, but I do get a Q off on Brand. I go kill him, and I evade Lee Sin, so I'm like, yay. My red is up. I know Lee Sin is looking to counter jungle, so instead of, I let him push mid, and I go farm my red. Let me go ahead and turn off Fog War. I pull my red just far enough so that Lee Sin actually misses his Q, and so he doesn't come after my red. I'm able to farm it safely, but he was literally right there. He is trying so hard to counter jungle me. So I go to my blue, but Jax is just taking it. You can see him running away right there with my blue. I'm like, you bastard. So top lane was active about even stealing my blue. So these guys are trying to put me down, but they're not going to do it. So I keep on farming wolves. Cassidon is getting some free farm in lane because the lane swaps have allowed him to get a lot of free farm, free experience. However, Brand got his own blue, and so now he goes top to do a Cassidon because Jax took our blue, so they know Cassidon is going to have his blue. And Cassidon gets forced out of lane. Es no bueno. So, going back to my conversation, the enemy support is a Lux. I saw that pick and said bot lane is won. I don't have to worry because Lux is not going to scale at all into the late game. So I didn't have to worry about bot lane. They did not get killed. And so I can focus all my efforts on getting Cass fed. So I come up through lane, Cassidon and I go on to the Brand. I land my AQ, he lands his silence, and we get a quick kill on Brand. I'm like, yay, and I go look for the Lee Sin, but he's gone. So throw a ward for Cassidon, who thanked me for that. Meanwhile, Jax dunked our mid lane Singe. So I'm not worried about that, though. Singe will do, well, Singe things. So, and now you can see what the enemy support Lux bought. Her first item was a Medjai's. Why you would do that, I have no idea. It was just somebody who desperately wanted to play a different lane and decided, I'm going to do this and build off carry. And they were a dingus. You lost them that game, Sir Lux. You lost them that game. Anyways, I guess that was a spoiler. So, Cassidon gets dove on by Lee Sin. Lee Sin goes too deep because he's got double Dorans and a Sightstone. He was looking for early aggression. My buddy pops his Ghost. Brand stuns and harasses, though. And I missed up my EQ combo. I was trying to get in range for my ultimate. I didn't have flash. And Brand gets away. But at least, I think it was Singe that got that kill? I can't remember who got that kill. It literally just happened. I didn't even notice. So Sin gets killed again by Jax, and I actually evade a Jax Brand gank. So I go mid, and I take some of this delicious farm. I'm like, yes. And my red is up again, so I go immediately to farm that. And my bottom lane takes bot tower, and we see Lee Sin is going to bottom lane. So I hurriedly farm my red, because I know Lee Sin will try and steal it later. So Lee Sin goes a little ham. Singe dives. I think I back off at this point and then go, wait a minute, we're chasing? Crap. I should have committed to that, so that was my mistake. Anyways, we catch the weak support Lux, blow her up, we throw pink down, and because these guys took my blue, I said, now it's my turn. Give me that blue. However, Caitlyn decides, I could use blue more, and they throw a ward on it, and so we have the GTFO. Right here, we kind of get sandwiched. There's Jax right there, Lee Sin from the back, there's Brand. They're all pretty low on health, and we got a blue buff Caitlyn, but the problem here is that I'm actually out of mana. I was hoping that blue buff would be in my possession, because that's all the mana I had was for that E right there, so no follow-up. However, Cassidy is able to do Cassidy things and pick up the kill. Waste Caitlyn's ult, but hey, it works. So then Jax begins to try and kill Cassidy. Fortunately, Janna exhaust, and I think a W is able to slow him, and Cassidy is, well, Cassidy, so he just walks away right into tower range, and then we go chase Jax through the jungle. And he almost picks up a kill, and then Cassidy gets another kill again. So this is good. What I needed to have happen is happening as the jungler. I picked my anchor, Cassidy, and he's been fed. He's 3-0-1 with 81 farm. He's not farming the best, but Cassidy's all about like kind of getting kills and getting ahead like that. And now he's got a 60-minute Route of Ages, so I guess that's not bad. I go take blue because I know they have the timer. Actually, they don't have the timer on it. And I'm just like, I could use blue, and we're good. So we take Dragon. Singe and Kate do that, but I think they took our mid tower in exchange for that. So we go looking for them. Lee Sin steps on a trap, so we have view of him. I picked up Boots of Mobility this game because I am running around everywhere. They have a highly evasive team, but our team comp is better. I provide really good initiation. Janna has a counter initiation. Singe is well Singe, so we have a lot of appeal for our two carries, and Cassidy is able to dive in with me and, well, you know, do Cassidy things, just blow up people. So we see Lee Sin, I missed my EQ. I was lagging a little bit this game, so there's a few moments where I kind of just don't connect. Lee Sin goes right into me. Boom, I drop my ult. It catches 3 people. Caitlyn is on the outside. Cassidy is on the outside. Lux fires an ultimate, only hits me, and it barely tickles me. Brand does get the kill on me. However, Cork is completely out of position. Cassidy immediately dunks him. Jax is really low. Caitlyn's Q hits the enemy Lux. They get really low. We proceed to chase. Doesn't happen. Singe goes on the Brand, slows him, and Caitlyn's able to pick up that kill. My carries are fed. Lee Sin's counter jungle antics haven't gotten him anything. He's 0-2-1. He's invested his time into shutting me down, but he hasn't shut me down. I have over twice the farm he is. Right now it's 69. Yeah. My plan is going perfectly. I played my game correctly. Lee Sin didn't have the right opportunities. He's missed a few good cues. So, anyways, I go mid. We're looking. There's Brand right there. Caitlyn goes on to him. I flash ultimate him because I know he doesn't have anything, and I feed Caitlyn another kill. With this, we get a little pressure. Meanwhile, up top lane, Jax, Singe are putting up, Singe and Cassidy are laning against the Jax. Lee Sin's around there. He's level 7. I am level 11. He needs to farm more, and he needs some kills and stuff, so they harass away at the lane. My coming top basically makes them back off, and I'm a tanky guy with Golem and a Giant's Belt, and Boots of Mobility means I am everywhere. So my presence alone is able to get me us a tower. However, they come right after me, but I'm able to smite the big Golem away. You can kind of see as a little heal comes towards me, so I'm like, aha! I have counter jungler, the counter jungler. Meanwhile, Cassidy gets dunked, or at least almost does, and his health dips just to 9. It dips to 9. He almost died. If it wasn't for his pots, he probably would have died. And with that, we were able to disengage because we're so freaking fast. And Caitlyn and Janna, this game lasts a long time because the enemy did a good job. The enemy, Corky, and Jax especially, did a good job of counter-pushing all of our lanes. So all of our efforts, basically, to end the game were delayed. So anyways, Lee Sin goes 2 ham. He can't duel Caitlyn. He can't snipe people. He's playing Lee Sin like he's ahead, but he's not. So he feeds Caitlyn yet another kill, and I think a double buff. So it's all really good. Meanwhile, Singed is holding our bot lane tower from Jax and Corky. He's just farming the mini wave and he's able to save it. As we come bot lane, they disengage. So, again, a massive wave top lane. Janna is able to kind of just mess around with the Brand mid lane until she has to back away. I give Cassidy his first blue of the game. It was time that we could do it. The other one I felt like I needed to secure. He was away from it, so I decided taking my buff precedence over trying to feed it to the mid laner when these guys have a history of stealing it. So try to go on Jax, nothing happens. Singe is pushing bot. Lee Sin goes to counter it. Anyways, we bait out Dragon. Janna wanted to do Dragon. I'm like, we can't clear without everybody here. So we bait it out, and Cassidy and I go onto the Brand for a moment. Brand backs off. Singe forces Corky's flash, actually, and then Brand gets too close. We force his flash. I mess up my EQ right there because I'm a little laggy, but Cassidy is Cassidy, so he was able to chase. And I'm a bit of a dingus. I decide to farm lane instead of going over and killing people. So I give Cassidy yet another kill. Caitlyn did die to Jax. But here, again, I'm farming a minion when I could have easily gone over there and smacked that Lux and gotten a kill for myself, which would have been nice. So anyways, my next item, as you can see, is a Sunfire Cape. So I come over to Dragon real fast and I ask for some help. Singed clears out his race. He's really low on health. I'm like, you can just help me out a little bit, bro. Cassidy does come down as well. Quick smite, Dragon's ours, but Corey finds me, picks up a double kill. However, it was on Singed and myself. Singed and me. So we only gave him 600 gold instead of like the potential 1,000 if he got Cassidy, who's on a 6 killing streak right now. So Cassidy's doing a good job of keeping up his farm, and I've actually done well farming this game. I mean, I'm better than the Lee Sin for sure, and I'm right on the heels of their mid laner, so yay. And the Sunfire Cape actually helps me out farm. I'm like, why do I not get this more often on champions who don't have Magic Pen? I mean, it's still pretty good. So catch the Jax, kill Jax. I go bot, push the lane, using my smite, red's up, clear my golems, take my red, and Caitlyn is pushing mid. She goes a little too ham, so gets a kill but dies to Jax. So, and then Jax goes top, and Cassidy once again barely gets out with his life. We turn it around, force Jax's escape. It's nothing too permanent though. So Brand shows up. Cassidy is so ballsy right now, just like rah, and I'm like, okay, we see these three, and we have to run away. I wanted to steal their red, but just wasn't going to happen. So Brand clears it, but then our red buff comes back and like, oh my gosh, and Lee Sin goes take it. So we give Cassidy his next blue. I go take my wolves, trying to keep my farm up. Recall back to base, and I pick up Warden's Mail. I want a Randuin's Omen next. They only have one magic damage dealer. They have two guys that rely on auto attacks. Well, Corki kind of relies on spells more, but armor is Amma. So yay. And so Singe goes in, flings the Lux. We explode here. And we begin to dive, and it's like, all right, it's time to take tower. Jax comes in from behind, but can't do anything to us. So my team gets a little happy, a little dive happy. They want the kills, you know, thinking that COD KDA stuff. Leaving Cassidy and I to split push the inhibitor, which is just a slow-ass push, because I don't have any damage, and Cassidy was nerfed because of that XPK push. So I tell everyone to disengage instead of dive for this stuff, and we go farm the other lanes. I check their blue, but it's not up, so I'm like, sad face. I run down, and I actually meant to ping Caitlyn to run away because everybody's coming after her, but I flash instead, which is actually going to cost me my life. Spoiler. So Caitlyn turns around and gets one CS, and Jackson lead jumper. I use my ultimate, good guy Jarvan. Good guy Jarvan. And so they give up on the Caitlyn because she's so far ahead, and I just slowly die. I get my EQ off right here, but I'm dead. So then Singe teleport bottom lane. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, it's okay, bro. I'm just laughing as he's like basically feeding him. So we're kind of throwing it a bit, but this does give our Cassidy time to push top lane. And it also lets our super wave of minions in mid lane build up a bit. And bless, he's almost killing people. It's really amusing. But you can see, Singe had a bad time in lane. He's 3, 6, and 10, only 127 farm, and yet he's so freaking tanky. He's got a Rod of Ages and a Frozen Heart. So Awesome McSaucin is our name, man. And so Cassidy's top. You can insta-dunk Brand, practically. And so he just pushes a little more, adds some damage to it before he's got a Rift Walk out. I respawn. I just pick up a ward because I didn't have enough components for a giant spell for the Randuin's Omen. So clear my race, talking to my teammates. Janna wanted Dragon. I told her we can't clear it. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. We don't need Dragon right now. We'll get it in a little bit. So that's the thing. I can't clear it well, and I don't want to get jumped because I need a group first. So I take red, and then I go to bot lane, and I see there's 3 of them top, and then suddenly hits me. They could Baron. So I begin to run over there. But they don't start Baron. Jax is there. He wants to, you know, come on to me. I use my EQ to get away from him because we can't kill him. Like, Jax and I would just make him run away. We eventually get caught out. So Jax is bot. They're kind of congregating top. We see them grouping up by Baron, so we go on to them. There's Corki. Let's see, Cassidy and Caitlyn chase the Lee Sin. Janna, Singe and I go on to the Janna, and I pick up the kill on Lux. And Caitlyn kills the Lee Sin, so... at this point, we kind of go around. Cassidy clears Baron, tell him to go get his blue. I go push this top lane because we don't need Baron. We're so far ahead that honestly, if we would be looking to throw game if we went for Baron because they do have a bit of AOE effect. So, anyways, I kind of have them baited out, and I do this. So I dive onto the Corki and onto the Brand, and I isolate them, allowing the rest of my team that does the damage to pick off Jax. And look at that. Yes, my Cassidy is low on health, but it's a Cassidy, and Caitlyn just does so much damage, and she's at half health with a barrier and a Janna shield. Then Cassidy comes in and picks up a kill. Lee Sin comes in, blocks the shot from Corki. Lux is back in the fight, so she gets an ult off, and they almost die. But it's okay, because Cassidy comes around, blows up Corki, doesn't blow up Corki, and so my Cassidy died. First death of the game, sad face. But by doing that, it allowed their back line not to get close to our back line. And so, and our mid lane keeps pushing. But now that their inhibitors respawned, I can pick up a Giant's Belt now. So now I'm a tanky-ass Jarvan. It's awesome. Clean my race. Gotta keep that farm up. And then I think we decide commit to Baron. We see Jack's bot, we see Brand farming top. They're not reacting to this. Lee Sin comes by and he throws a ward onto it. But he's so underleveled, and I got my good smite. Corki throws an ult trying to steal it. I get the smite down. Boom. Cassidy and Rook walks over. Boom. Right onto the Corki. He gets almost obliterated. I force the flash out of Lux with my ultimate. Janna flashes in. Tornado combos to slow down Lux. We blow her up. Lee Sin comes in. He gets obliterated by Caitlyn. It's fantastic. We go find the Brand. He fells a flash. We clear out the mid inhibitor. And we figure we can end the game right here. Have Singe take towers. But then, you know, this fight happens. So Jax goes in and dunks Caitlyn, and I was unaware of this, so I'm focusing on the Nexus. I'm like, why isn't it dying? And so we kind of pretty much all die except for Kassadin and Janna, who are able to get away. It's like, yay. I'm like, lol, I didn't even see you die. My bad. So, yeah, that's kind of what happens. Kassadin goes to farm. And we kind of just wait it out. But their Nexus is exposed. So then you got to see what my teammate Singe does. So he goes in. I'm like, you want to teleport? Like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. So he teleports into their base, just starts whacking on the Nexus. But it's a Singe, so he can't push. But what he does do is that he gets some Congrade. Meanwhile, this allows Corki kind of get caught in a weird spot. Kassadin is able to explode him while almost getting exploded himself. And we're like, kill the ward. Never mind. What are we doing? We get a Shirelia's Reverie. And let's see. We go in. We kill the Lee Sin. I ult onto the Lux again. Janna ult flashes Lux out of my ult. I'm like, great. And we zone their last two remaining teammates. And Caitlyn and Kassadin come up. And we finally start focusing the Nexus. Caitlyn just wanted a few more kills. She got one more. And then we finally killed the Nexus. So that's the game. And that's just a lesson in how to... in feeding your anchor at Silver Elo. So thank you, Stonewall, for giving me this advice. And I hope you guys can learn something from this. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. More videos out coming soon. This is CD Mangaka telling you all to have a nice day.